Good day everyone. My name is Adegboye Adebisi and I am a food systems marshal. Today we'll be discussing artificial ripening of fruits, which is a menace in our society. What is a fruit? A fruit is the sweet or sour seed-bearing parts of plants. And we have different types of fruits. We have banana, pineapple, apple, guava, watermelon, and the rest. What are the usefulness of fruits? The fruit is eaten as a food and it provides essential nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and fibers, while also contributing to overall health and well-being of man and animal. What is a ripe fruit? A ripe fruit is that which is mature and ready for harvest and consumption. It will have a softened texture, a vibrant color, sweet or sour taste depending on the type of fruit, and a fragrant odor. We have different types of ripening of fruits. We have the natural ripening and the artificial ripening. In natural ripening of fruits, fruits ripen upon maturity. They produce a natural ripening agent known as ethylene. The ethylene is a plant hormone that triggers ripening and at the same time regulates the ripening process in matured fruits. The process involves allowing the fruits to get fully mature on the trees or on their stalk in order to attain the desired taste, texture, and nutritional value. What is the importance of ripeness? When fruits ripen, they become more palatable and have desired texture and nutritional value. So why do we need to ripen fruits outside the farm? The need to ripen fruit outside the farm is occasioned by the fact that fruits may need to be transported from the farm to a far distance. So for this to happen, the fruits have to be harvested before they attain full maturity on the farm, so that the time between harvesting it and it gets to point of consumption, it wouldn't have over-ripened by the time it gets to the final point of consumption. So fruits like bananas, watermelon, oranges, and the rest are harvested before they get to full maturity, so that by the time it gets to point of consumption, it can now be ripened. The natural process of ripening fruits is by keeping such fruits in warm and dark environment, whereby the natural ripening agents are synthesized, and that is the ethylene. So when it gets into that warm and dark environment, the ethylene gets triggered and it initiates ripening. When fruits are harvested on the farm before getting to full maturity, based on the fact that they have to be transported from the farm to far distances, when they get to the final place of or point of consumption, they would need to be ripened. However, some traders do ripen their fruits artificially by the use of calcium carbide. The calcium carbide has the tendency of synthesizing acetylene gas, which mimics the production of ethylene, the natural ripening agent of fruits. So, in this process, the fruits are ripened. However, the residue of the calcium carbide is extremely very dangerous, and it is carcinogenic in nature and usually causes health hazards. It brings about dizziness, it can cause skin irritation and some other health issues, and as such it is greatly discouraged in the society. What are the signs of artificially ripened fruits? Artificially ripened fruits tend to secrete more juice than the naturally ripened ones. When they are placed in water, they tend to float. They float on water rather than sinking. At the same time, they have very bright yellow color, which is usually not too desirable, and the texture usually ends up being too soft. The excess residue of the calcium carbide that are used tends to impart odor on the body of the fruits, and as such becomes undesirable. So what are the other obnoxious practices that are practiced in fruit preservation? Some of the other practice includes applying a protective layer on the fruits in order to extend the shelf life and prevent microbial growth. However, the use of these chemicals to ripen fruits has proven to be extremely very dangerous to human health, and as such it is being discouraged for use. However, some fruit traders are in the habit of using these chemicals, and of recent, the Nigeria Upper Chamber, the Senate, is considering a bill titled Urgent Need to Investigate and Halt the Continuous Unwholesome Practice of Chemical Ripening of Fruits in Nigeria. This is born out of the fact that the practice of artificial ripening of fruits has been observed and has become of great concern in view of the danger it poses on the unsuspecting public. The use of unapproved chemicals to ripen fruits has been linked to causing severe health problems such as cancer, kidney damage, liver failure, and in extreme cases, death. Hence, the Senate is advocating a bill which will criminalize the use of chemicals to ripen fruits in the country. In the light of all what we have discussed, there is the need for all of us to come together to fight against the use of chemicals to ripen our fruits, as it is detrimental to our health. This can be achieved by all of us coming together to discourage and inform all those that are involved in fruit trade the detrimental effect of using the chemicals to ripen our fruits.